English vocabulary in use, advanced level. Unit 1, Priming for Success, Study and Academic Work.
Study and exams. Before an exam, some students cram for it. Even if you're a genius, you'll have to do some revision. If the exam happens every year, you can revise by looking at past papers. Some things can be memorized or learnt off by heart, but rote learning is not sufficient for most subjects. It is also possible to use mnemonics. However, all things considered, the best idea is to bury yourself in your books and to study intensively until you know the subject inside out.
Cram is to study in a very concentrated way for a short time. Genius is an exceptionally clever person. Past papers are exam papers from previous years. Rote learning is learning purely by repetition. Mnemonics are tricks that help you remember something. For example, I before E except after C is a mnemonic for English spelling. For example, friend but received. Bury yourself in your books means to spend the maximum time studying. Intensively is in a very focused way. Know the subject inside out means to know it completely.
B. Academic writing.
Composition. Could be just 50 to 100 words, often used for schoolwork. Essay. Longer than a composition, more serious, hundreds or thousands of words. Assignment. A long essay, often part of a course, usually thousands of words. Project. Like an assignment, but emphasis on students' own material and topic. Portfolio. A collection of individual pieces of work, may include drawings and other examples of creative work, as well as writing. Dissertation. A long research-based work, perhaps 10 to 15,000 words, for a degree or diploma. Thesis. A very long, original, research-based work, perhaps 80 to 100,000 words, for a higher degree, for example, a PhD. It's a good idea to start with a mind map when preparing an essay. Always write a first draft before writing up the final version. Your essay should be all your own work. Plagiarism is a very serious offense in colleges and universities. It is an increasing problem because it is so easy to cut and paste from materials available on the internet, and students have to sign a plagiarism form to say that the work they are handing in is all their own, and that they acknowledge any sources they have used. There is usually a deadline. After the essay is submitted, it will be assessed, and usually you can get feedback.
Mind map is a diagram that lays out ideas for a topic and how they are connected to one another. First draft means the first rough version. Plagiarism is using other people's work as if it was yours. Acknowledge means to give details of something. Deadline is the date by which you must hand in the work. Submitted means handed in. Assess means evaluated and give a grade. Feedback means comments from the teacher or tutor.
C. Aspects of higher academic study.
University academics carry out research and are expected to read academic journals, which publish papers or articles on specialized subjects. If a library does not have a copy of a book or journal, you may be able to access it online, or you can usually get it through an interlibrary loan. Open educational resources are particularly convenient for many students. Academic study can be very demanding, and some students drop out, but the majority survive till finals and become well-qualified members of their future professions.
Carry out research is the less formal form is do research. Journals are magazines with academic articles. We do not use the word magazine to talk about this kind of academic publication. Access it online means to get hold of it on the internet. Interlibrary loan is the system where libraries exchange books, journals with one another. Open educational resources are online materials that can be freely used by teachers and students anywhere. Drop out means to leave the course before the end. Finals are the last exams before the end of a college or university course. Well qualified means with the right formal qualifications. This is the end of Unit 1.